All right. So I have the honor of introducing Parker today. My first interaction with Parker Johnson was probably when he was in 8th grade. He had made maybe not the wisest comment in the library in front of some kindergartners, and I had to give him a demerit. I did not have a choice. I remember we locked eyes and he knew he was busted. I suspect that on that day, Parker decided that I was not a teacher he was going to ever get along with. I joke with Parker that he is in many ways that character from the children's book, Ferdinand the Bull. Parker is loud, he is brash, he has this huge personality that fills up a room, and he doesn't always use his filter. Full transparency, I was a little worried I was going to be teaching Parker not just once a day, but twice a day this year in both AP Psych and College Prep. If he's being honest, he was a little worried about this too, because we did not interact much until this year. Until this year, Parker and I had very limited interactions other than that 8th grade demerit. I was not sure how this was going to go for either of us. Parker, I have loved teaching you and sincerely look forward to hearing what you have to say every day. Parker is so much more than he seems on the surface. To be clear, 5 years later, he is still loud and brash and has this huge personality that fills up a room. None of that has changed. But upon getting to know Parker better this year, I have realized that all of that is just for show. Just like Ferdinand, Parker doesn't want us to see how big his heart is or how much he genuinely cares about what people think. He's an amazing friend. If you're one of his people that he lets into his life and lets them see what is underneath all of the noise, he is fiercely loyal and will do just about anything for you. I have seen him go above and beyond for the people that he cares about many times this year. Parker is brilliant. I didn't say bright, I said brilliant. I said what I said. What has been so refreshing is that this year his motivation and willingness to work hard has caught up to his brilliance. I chuckled when he made a comment in class one day when we were still able to be in school. He said something like, "It only took me till my senior year to get all A's. Who knew just studying and trying your best meant good grades? Who knew?" I had only been telling him for the last 4 years, along with all the rest of his teachers, and I'm certain his parents. I have been so proud to see him earning all A's this year. I know he's working hard, and that will translate next year to college. Parker has big feelings, and when he loves big, and that boy loves his parents. Wendy and Hugh, I love hearing Parker talk about y'all. Wendy, he thinks the world of you, and he respects you so much. He really cares what you think and wants nothing more than to make you proud. Hugh, when we first started talking about this virus, Parker was so concerned about your well-being and safety of both his parents, and he just did not know what would happen if anything ever happened to both of you. He just couldn't fathom it. It was really heartwarming to watch, and I can only hope I have that kind of relationship with my child when she's a teenager. Parker, I can't wait to see where you land in the next few years. UNCW is so lucky to have you. Keep being loud and silly and honest. Don't ask Parker what he thinks if you don't actually want to hear what he thinks, because he's going to tell you and he's not going to hold back. But along with being loud and silly and honest, remember sometimes to be soft and still and listen more than you talk. God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. And remember that you're a wonderful kid who deserves all the happiness coming your way. You are just brave and bold enough to really change the world if you try. Parker Johnson.
Thank you. Thank you. Wow. I didn't know you were going to bring up the 8th grade thing, but well, let me start sharing and let's get through this together. All right. Well, I had written this whole script to go by, but I don't need a script. So, well, as you can see, that's me at my job, and I'm here to tell you all about me, my second favorite person. Y'all can see, right? Can I get like a thumbs up? All right. Well, here's the introduction. I'm just going to introduce a couple people that mean a lot to me. On the far left is my mom. As you can see, she was very pregnant. Next up, alongside me is my girlfriend Emma. She's been really helpful to me, and she's meant a lot to me these past 8 months. And then there's another picture of me and my mom skiing, because I mean, I may be a lifeguard, but I'm also a mountain man. So And then there's my dad doing the first selfie ever recorded in probably 20 BC. I don't know how old that guy is. Using the old camera, no smartphones back then. All right, here's my child. So a couple pictures of my childhood. I was born in a hospital in Raleigh. I lived in Rollsville for a while when I was very little, and then I eventually moved out here to by Buckhorn when I was about 3, and I've lived here ever since. And so I'm gonna go through some of these pictures because these are some pretty good little pictures from my childhood. The top left picture is my dog Scooby. She passed away recently. I miss her to death. She was the sweetest thing. She always loved to lay up on our Care Bear blanket and just vibe. Then there's a picture of me at the beach right next to it when I was a wee lad. And then there's my Aunt Catherine. And I believe that's my grandpa behind me. And then to the right of that, there's yet another picture of little me in the water. Directly below that is a picture of me when I was a camper at Camp Seagull. That camp's meant a lot to me throughout my life. And I'm glad that I can keep going back again and again and finally start giving back and being a counselor there. And then to the right of that, there's a picture of my dad and little me standing by the water. It's kind of crazy to think that I look down on him now, but you know, that's how it is. And there's a picture of me laying on some ice, probably not my brightest moment. Down at the bottom left, the pond behind my house had frozen over, and I decided to lay on it because, you know, I don't think before I act sometimes. That could have gone real bad, but it didn't, so we living it up. The next picture to the right, I believe, was taken somewhere in the Caribbean. I really have no idea. I just think it's a great picture because the water's so blue. And me, my mom, and my dad are all sitting together on a very colorful boat. And then to the right of that is yet another picture of me and Scooby, back when Scooby was a little puppy. She was so tiny back then. It's kind of crazy. And to the right of that, there's me sitting on a black sand beach in Hawaii when we went there when I was in about 5th or 6th grade. Next are my school years. I got some good times. I've been going to Greenfield ever since pre-K, like early pre-K. I don't even remember when, and I've gone there my entire life. My favorite subjects were definitely anything having to do with science. I had a great time in chemistry with Fansler, and I had a great time in AP Bio and regular Bio with Mr. Land. It's been a great time. And the years I had with Miss Peel, she taught me 3 classes a day sometimes, and that was crazy. Some of my favorite Greenfield traditions. I like dressing up for a senior. That was pretty lit. Me and Kaylin had that double trouble costume going, and I love seeing little kids walk around. And another great one that I've really enjoyed being part of is the Halloween Trail. I mean, I've been in it both years, and they've both been hugely successful, and it's been a great time. And my most influential teachers were definitely Mr. Brame, or Dr. Brame. He'd hate it when I call him Mr. Brame. He did that a lot. And Mr. Land, they were both hugely impactful on me and helped me in both math and science. Some activities I participated in. I've got a lot of pictures here from my last summer working at Seagull. I made a lot of really good friends while I was working there. Down up the top left is me and all my aquatic staff at the lake. It's scary guarding a lake because it's so dark, but you just gotta keep vigilant and make smart decisions, and it's okay. To the right of that, you got me sledding. Every time it snows, I go sledding. That right there, I'm behind the dam at Buckhorn, and that is trespassing. But you know what? It's the only good sledding hill around here, so we trespass. And then another picture of my boys at camp. And then there's some skiing pics. Then you got me just chilling in a box. I don't know what I was doing in the box, but I just thought the box was funny, so I just included it because, you know, chilling is one of my greatest pastimes. And then to the right of that, you got me and my longtime friend Michael on a roller coaster. I believe that's the Apollo at Busch Gardens, but I can't really remember 100%. But it sure looks like it. And then yet another couple camp pictures. So as you can see, camp has had a huge impact on my life. And my future plans, I will be attending UNCW in the fall. I'm hoping to study some form of engineering. I really have no idea what I want to go into. I like the idea of biomedical engineering, but I'm taking a class first year that will help me decide. So looking forward to taking that class. And hopefully I'll end up transferring to state after 2 years to finish up that engineering degree. Some closing thoughts. I'd just like to thank my friends and family, as well as my teachers at Greenfield. It has been a heck of a ride, especially over these past months. I appreciate all the support, and I wish y'all safe and happy summer. Bada bing, bada boom, I'm done.
Good job, PJ.
Good job.
Good job, Parker.
PJ.
Good job, Parker.
Good job, PJ.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all. It means a lot.
Good job.
Good job.
Good
buddy.
job, PJ.
You did a great job, PJ.
Thank you. Thank you. I tried. Did my darndest.
Parker, I enjoyed that from start to finish. I just you and Mrs. Field 3 hours a day. That was special. I'm glad you survived, and I'm glad she survived.
We made
I think we
it.
both lost some sanity over that, but I think overall it was worth it.
Yeah. We grow from everything. Great job.
I enjoyed it, Parker. You did a good job, and I loved your pictures.
Thank you.
You better keep swimming, Parker.
Trust me, I plan to.
Or you can come back during break and show everyone how it's done.
I mean, yeah, I guess I'll have to show up. I have to come see my guard friends at the pool anyway, so I'll definitely be there at some point.
Can't wait.
Got to show them how to swim to Fergalicious.
All right, seniors, don't forget to do your graduation survey for Naviance. And don't forget, we have 2 more senior presentations on Monday. So one is going to be at 2:30 and one is going to be at 3:15. So Hayden's at 2:30 and Trey's at 3:15 to finish this up. Great job, Parker.